They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He's going for it all. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Let's go. Dropping back, it's Green. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on 3rd down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Brings up 2nd down. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Green. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats or what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's back. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes a connection. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Offense in an empty set. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Buying some time. Caught in the backfield. It's Lovett. Runs through a tackle. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Man, What a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw. It's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
That's caught. It's Etienne. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion that your guy can pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Okay. Before we break good, I need my next guy to go.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's got it down the middle. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
The give from the gun. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Coming up, 4th down.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Movement here from the tight end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Using his legs to buy some time. Got it past the marker. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. Puts him in the spin cycle. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield, it's back. Hauls it in. And they fight them to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hurry up. Hurry up. You! Maybe get your spanking ass in the tub and ready to go to sleep. You! Okay, I'm talking about them young niggas, so let me stand up this. Huh?
The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Some head away. Take some head away. Yes. And I'm not what?
The Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's why I really be saying. What you mean, what?
He'll bring it out. It's Morris.
A surprise?
Pulled
Nigga, it's a
down at the
surprise because you don't
18,
even know
and
it. You be trolling, bro. You don't know nothing. You don't even control your own life, bro. You don't. Saying, bro, if you wanted to go to the grocery store right now, you can't just get up and go to the grocery store. Like me, I can get up and I can go do whatever I want. I can go see whatever I want. But nah, if you want me to sit in the house like a lame ass nigga just doing fucking nothing every day, you want me to be in the crib not talking to no bitches, not getting no hoes. What you do? I want to talk to bitches, bro. I don't talk to you. I don't see you. Why can I see the hoes? Why can I have some hoes, bro? Like I can see not having hoes if I see you every day. You know what I'm saying? We hang out every day. Nigga, I don't see you, bro. So can I have a couple hoes? That's your problem, right there. You selfish fuck. You never thinking about me, bro.
Obviously, it's not a knockout
I can't have a couple hoes.
Niggas
chewing
As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He'll try it again. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love this guy because
he brings
physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler.
Dude, because I don't, bro, I get to do nothing. I go to work, get stressed the fuck out, come home, you want me to sit on a fucking phone, bro. That blows me. That shit blows me, bro. That shit blows me.
Perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance.
At least I get to see somebody, bro.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Yes.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They feed him again. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
So.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
Okay, so can I lead in?
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
And
he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
So I can go. I don't want to do this. I don't want this to be my life for the rest of my life. I don't want to deal with your folks.
Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Leaves it with the back.
The fuck do you don't deal with my phone. Hey, get the fuck on my phone, bro. That's the shit I be talking about. Every time I try to talk to you, they have some dumb bullshit. You know, what the fuck are you talking about? So, my mom is not like your mom. So, what's your point?
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to.
The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there.
Dude, you keep talking about this fucking chart. You talking about, I'm going to help you. We're going to do it tomorrow. Nigga, this shit been a week, bro. You just be talking. I'm sick of it.
They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10.
Ain't even gonna lie.
The run from the shotgun.
What's your reason
And he
now?
finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. 10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Warren. Throws to the tight end. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Offense set on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips
That's just what
and
you- that's
deflections
just the shit you keep
leads to
telling me.
interceptions.
That's
Great
just
job by the
fucked up
defender
situation.
getting his mitt on the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Or the same.
Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it at the 30. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, the quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one. Vertically down the field, he took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Hello.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
No.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
No.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris.
Yeah.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Right. You need to start communicating, bro.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down.
Huh? It's on me, baby. Like the baby. No.
Back to pass. It's Warren. Shoots it to the left. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Trying to find his man on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
A first down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Arkansas 7, Michigan 0.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead.
You don't even love me for it, bro.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll put the tight end in motion.
You won't let me have no hold.
They'll start the third quarter with the run. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Keep it on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Gonna run it. It's Hill. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires on the move. Got his man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because In the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Hand off to the lone back. Can't get him to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas 7, Michigan 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. To give as they work on that clock. Shakes off the defender. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Michigan 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
So what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
That's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a...
Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
The aerial assault continues. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Continues to fight for yards. Taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Green. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He's loose at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are...
What? No. Yes.
Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Bolt, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will put total weather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage.
Come outside. Come outside. Come outside. Yep. Yes. That's exactly how you should come out. Look, don't touch.
17.
At the 17. First down here for the offense. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Green. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Wants to throw on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. They do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. It just has to do better moving forward.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Hey, get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
All you do is lie. Yeah, like I was going to be surprised that you lied.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting the hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They get to him as he throws. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Might as well stick with him. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's the end of the first quarter. Memphis, Ohio State 7, Arkansas 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Howard. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, that's a coachable lesson for that quarterback right there. I think if he could do it again, he would have dove or maybe tried to take on some of those tacklers, see if he could fall forward and get the first. But because he was trying to protect himself, he fell short of the marker. And now they set up a thing.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. First down for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. You can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to
I'm
lose a
gonna
yard on
equip
that
my
one.
son with
Well,
the
the offensive line had everybody blocked
with the
except the
tools he
defensive
would need
end.
to
He
get
was
out of
able to
those
sneak into
situations.
the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's caught. It's Anthony. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Trying to get to it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
These guys aren't human aid. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just...
Sends it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job of catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Unloads it downfield. Snatches it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Out of the gun to give to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
No, I don't.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Quarterback extends the play. And the ball's on the ground.